Hi there everyone and welcome to APTU. Today we're going to be discussing one of the ways that you can use AdvancePro to work with flooring in square feet, measurements of a product. So this involves our units of measure feature, and it's used for buying or selling items that you're tracking by the square foot. Now it may involve cases of product or singles, and this is essentially a tool that's going to allow you to put the number of square feet required for a sale and have AdvancePro automatically figure out the number of cases or individual units required. So this is really applicable to flooring like tile or carpet, where you might be dealing with a roll instead of a case. Now we will be taking any questions at the end, so if you have a question, go ahead and put it into the live chat. That's available just to the right of the video if you're watching live on YouTube, or just below it if you're watching live on AdvanceProTech.com. We do these AdvancePro University sessions every Wednesday at noon Eastern Time, and if you'd like to learn more about AdvancePro, we have dozens of our past videos available. They're all about AdvancePro, and they're either under the Resources tab on AdvanceProTech.com, or you can also find them on our YouTube channel. So let's dive into AdvancePro, and we've actually gone ahead and set up a couple of products here. We're going to talk about how to set this up. So the first step is actually to come up to admin and to visit the site settings area. And we're going to come under units of measure settings. So here we have this little area called units of measure conversions. And here we can enable the conversions. We can enable the square foot for printout. That's going to allow us to have the number of square feet total on our invoices. And we're also going to set that we're working in square feet. We could also work in square meters, square yards, anything like that. Now we also have the option to allow open boxes. And what this means is it allows us to sell part of a case or part of a roll rather than the whole thing. So if we disable that, it's going to round up the number of cases that we need in order to make sure that we hit our minimum number of square feet. And if we enable it, it's going to say, oh, you're selling 100 square feet. We're going to sell you 4 cases of 26, and then the remainder in single tiles or single units of product. So this is just whether or not you want it to be able to split between your larger unit, the cases or the rolls, and the smaller individual unit. Okay, so we're going to take a look at this in practice with a tile. So I'm going to go ahead and close this out. And we're actually going to go into the product itself. So we're going to come back into View Product. We're going to choose the product that we're looking at, and in this case it's stone tile. We could also create a product from scratch with these settings. And the important settings for this feature are found under Vendor and Pricing Info. And we come into Specify UOM. There's a whole bunch of unit of measure settings available. And for the full detail on that, we recommend taking a look at our unit of measure video. We go into this entire screen. Today, we're just going to be looking at this particular unit and how it relates to square footage and flooring. So here we can see we've got a box of 24 individual tiles, and they have a certain amount of coverage. In this case, it covers 24 square feet, but we could just as easily make it 48 square feet or 36 square feet just by changing the width and length here. Now the height will still give you the cubic dimension for shipping purposes, but it's width and length that influence square footage, and you'll put this in for each unit of measure that you create. So you can see in this case we actually buy or sell in cases of 24 or 22 individual tiles. And you can actually set for each item the square footage coverage for that case type. Now you can also see we have some price differences for these different units, and some selling differences as well. So cost and selling prices can be different for different units of measure, different case sizes. We're going to go ahead and close this out. Those are kind of the relevant settings. Now, if we go under additional info, we'll also want to fill in our dimensions. And here you can see we have, in this case, we're covering 1 square foot, but we could just as easily cover 2 square feet just by making an adjustment to our width and our length fields. And again, our height can be used to calculate a cubic dimension for shipping. Okay. So that just covers a little bit about how this product gets configured, I'd like to touch on now how it's dealt with in a sale. So we're going to go ahead and close this out. We'll save any changes that we made. We're going to come into a new order. Okay, so we're just going to choose a customer, and we're going to add this item to the order. And the way that we're going to do that is we're going to look up part of the item, either by part of the SKU, or by the product name, or by the product category. We'll hit the search button. So what we're going to get is we're going to get this product selector pop up, and it's going to allow us to choose between any matches of the product. And you'll see our little unit of measure icon indicating that there's more than one way to buy this product. So if we click on our green plus, it's going to show us the breakdown of the various units and the stock at each unit. So you're going to see here that we have just over 1,000 individual units in 48 cases of 24. You can also see that we've got 280 loose single units. And what we can do is we can just enter the number of square feet that we want to cover, and it's going to give us the most convenient way to divide and build that out using the stock that we've got. So let's say that we want to cover 100 square feet. We just go ahead and enter that in down here under Enter Square Feet, and we hit the calculator button. And what that's going to do is it's going to give us a recommendation. So it says, hey, your default is going to be 4 units of 24 and 5 singles. That'll give you 100 square feet coverage. Or it can be 4 of the boxes of 22, which we don't actually have in stock. And you can see that here. I'm going to choose to work with our boxes of 24 since we've got enough in stock. I'll just add that to the order. And so that's going to go and populate our order with the boxes of 24 and the singles. So you can see that here. Okay. Now in this case, since we're not really covering shipping, and shipping in this would be more or less identical to the way we would ship normally, what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip over our shipping process, and we're going to use this invoice only option to go directly to our invoice. We're going to go ahead and save and place the order. This is a great feature, by the way, if you have people who are actually picking up their orders, or if you're dealing with some kind of a storefront situation. I'm going to go ahead and place the order, and we're going to get a little pop-up because I have multiple warehouses enabled, just verifying where we're getting the product from. I'll go ahead and submit that. Now at this point, we're going to get a preview of the invoice, a draft invoice, and you can see it shows us the square feet per row that we're going to be covering. Okay. So in this case, we can see that we're covering 96 square feet with our cases of 24, and an extra 10 square feet with our singles. This is one way that we can get our adjustments in. So if we have to make any adjustments to price, we can. We can also print this out, and we'll get a print preview that we'll send off to our customer. It's just kind of a quick preview of some quick ways that we can run through square footage in AdvancePro and how that works on the sales side. Now, I should mention that this is specifically for sales. If you're looking to buy in square feet, you'll want to look at our units of measure capabilities over in that relevant video. This is really focused on sales and making sure we get total square feet multiplied out in our sales and invoicing. Okay, well, thank you all for watching. We will hold on just a moment for any questions. But this is going to conclude our tour of our flooring features today.